So now we will see input attribute autofocus in input field. So guys, basically the input autofocus attribute specifies that an input field should automatically get focus when the page loads. So by default, there will be no focus on any of the input fields when the user loads a particular web page. But in case if you want the focus to be set on a particular input field when the user loads the page, then you can use the autofocus attribute for that particular input field. So guys, let us check this with the help of example in VS Code over here. So I'll remove the previous lines of code that we had written, and then guys, simply we are having a statement over here that is below content is in HTML form inside the paragraph tag, and inside the form what we will do is we will simply have two text boxes, that is first name and last name over here. So we will say input of the type text in this case, and then over here for the name attribute we will say f name, and the id as well we will keep it as f name over here. And before this input field we will also have the label tag over here, and for the for attribute we will keep the value as f name, and then we will say first name in this case followed by colon. And then guys, similarly we will have the last name as well. So we will have couple of line breaks first of all after the first name input field, and then we will paste this for last name over here. So simply we will change the label as last name in this case, and we will keep the name value as L name and copy the same value to id and the for attribute as well. So guys, we have two text boxes, that is first name and last name over here, and then after this again we will have couple of line breaks in this case, and then followed by a submit button over here. So we have input of the type submit, and the value will be submit in this case, so that the user is able to submit this form along with the first name and last name data in this case. Now guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page on the browser. So as you can see, we have the below content is in HTML form, and then we have first name and last name over here. Now guys, if you notice, there is no focus on any of these two input fields right now, and that is the default behavior of all the input fields. There will be no focus on any of the input fields by default. So what you have to do is, let's say if you want the first name to be auto focused when the user loads this particular web page. So what we can do is, simply for this input field related to first name, at the end we can simply say autofocus over here. So guys, this is one of the attributes that will help us in order to provide the focus to this particular input field when the user loads the web page. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So now as you can see, if you notice, automatically the first name input field is getting the focus over here after the user reloads this page. So if you want the last name to be focused, so simply you can remove this autofocus from the first name input field and provide the autofocus attribute to the last name input field. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, last name is now having the focus automatically when the user comes to this particular web page. And guys, this is the way that you can provide the autofocus on any of the input fields based on your requirements while you are expecting the user to submit the HTML form. It is a best practice to provide the autofocus at the start of the form, that is the first input field over here, so that the user starts providing the data that is required from his or her side. And this is one of the best practices that you can follow. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is input attribute height and width in input field. So stay tuned.